investment doesn't make sense.
Then why can't counties do that?
Yeah.
Because look
Good
at
question.
every single county, there is something that every county has that can actually be an industrious manufacturing issue.
Yes.
I was in Kilifi and I saw women whose fingers had been burnt because of how they struggled to get the peels off of the cashew.
Yeah.
And that's an industry that could thrive. Go to Mombasa, you're looking at coconut, and you're looking at the oil, cashew nut, looking at the oils that the world is running after today. You look at honey from Kitui and Baringo, look at fish that could come out of Turkana. Everybody thinks it's just Kisumu. Pick a county, leave alone this non-creative way of making money by charging people cess to cross from Mombasa Road to Kiambu Road. I mean, for crying out loud. We talk about own source revenue. We talk about manufacturing, building up. Why can't counties be the ones to say, you know what we're going to do? Instead of all this business of shouting at us about recurrent expenditure, why don't you set up a ginnery? Make sure that the farmers in your county are actually planting cotton. Give them the concessions that they need. Get the thing done. Have a product then that is going to contribute to the text. I mean, to me, it just makes sense.
So it's a very good conversation, and I wish this kind of conversations would happen in the county assemblies, where the MCAs would raise this concern and say, why don't we have a local industry in our region? Yet we have all these raw materials. Because manufacturing growth definitely can easily happen at the county level. But we look into, or we look for certain minor investment processes or things that would really not spur the economic growth in the country. We definitely need to open our minds and say, guys, whatever we are doing and the direction we are taking, particularly at the county levels, we blame the national government a lot on so many issues, but the rot and the problems and the challenges starts from the county level.
Is this therefore then a time where even in the production of the national budget, would it make sense if the counties as well plugged into that national budget? Because what we see is the national government would go around the cabinet secretary and they would come up with a policy statement, but at the periphery the counties as well are busy preparing theirs that is not in one way complementing the overall budget.
Because if you ask yourself, in the last, since we promulgated the constitution, how much money has gone into the counties?
5 trillion. Almost 5 trillion.
How much money has gone into the counties? What percentage of that money has just been going to salaries?
Yes.
And development is zero, nothing, it's minimal. So I think we need also now to start questioning the county. That money that goes there would have spurred investment.
Yeah.
In fact, in my view, is to identify, like other countries are doing. China, if you look at China, if you look at India, we have regions who are very specialized.
Yes.
So you see industries set up in regions. Like, for example, in our country here, we have the blocks, the regional blocks. So you say in lower eastern region, let's invest in leather, for example. Where all counties come together, put one leather pack. Not every county put their own leather pack.
Yeah.
Invests money in one leather pack so that economic effect has an impact on those counties. But here, every county wants to put their own small. We're not going anywhere.
And that is the conversation, because I remember when the LREB, Lake Region Economic Bloc, was set, that was the idea around it, that what we have the lake. Can we have a fish processing a plant where we can and we can export? You know, you go to Mombasa, what do you have? You have the sea. What else do you have? You have crabs. The conversation around what is unique in your county, you know, and through that, every county then would have shares that would determine the returns that you have at the end of the day. But these are not conversations that we are having, and we are not pushing. If we did that, what would you say would be the contribution to the economy overall?
It will be huge. Manufacturing will just spur in a twinkle of a few years. it would be huge impact if this county governments through the regional economic blocks sit together and say, let's do one investment and spur the economic bloc within this region, put all those resources. Even service, for example, there are regions that are good in hospitals, the midriff. Eldoret has a lot of hospitals. Then why don't we just set up one regional hospital in that area? Put all the money. Within the period of 5 years, you'll see the impact of that to create other jobs. But specifically for the manufacturing sector, if counties wake up, then definitely employment, everyone will not be running to Nairobi for employment, will be going to those counties to get employment. But we don't have that vision.